What's up, there, and welcome back to the Director of Football, Journeyman, with Shadow Parento on Football Manager 2020 with me, Foggy Plays. Today, we're taking on Universidad Católica in the Copa Libertadores. We're going to play both legs of the game, so should be interesting to see how we get on. As you can see, less than 18,000 tickets have been sold for the first leg, and you might be able to see over here, we've taken an international job. We were offered a job after the World Cup finished, and I accepted it. And then found out that Brazil and Portugal both wanted me as well. So I was a little disappointed when I found out, but everything is fine. It's all fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We have had a little bit of update on transfers. Roberto Leon is coming from January. He is a left back, so be handy if we had him now, but we're going to have to wait till January for him on a pre-contract. Played a lot for January, but he plays a striker as well. Interesting. Nestor Alfonso wants to leave. Salzburg made an offer which was rejected. Juan Ovelar is currently in the midst of being signed. He's terrible. He's not very good. Actually, I haven't scouted him recently, but the last time I scouted him, which was actually not that long ago, was today. It was last scouted today, but we've no scout report for him. Okay. He was playing in the second division 3 years ago. Was released by Shadow Parento PF, which I don't know who they are, but I'm assuming they have some sort of, are they an affiliate of ours? No. Okay, so they're just some random team. Fair enough. We have had players leave, which you're probably going to be able to tell. Not great. Nobody's come in since the start of the transfer window, but we have lost, I think you knew about Franco Perez, but then we lost Ricardo Machado, who is now valued at 10 million, getting paid 41k. Oh, we lost him for 1.2 million. So yeah, not ideal. As two of our main strikers gone within a very, very short period of time of each other. And he's increased in value significantly. Franco Perez, how have you? He hasn't played yet. I suppose they're still in there somewhere. Obviously, he hasn't played yet. Played 2 times off the bench. He's my favourite personality of a mercenary. So that's, would I like to keep him, but what can you do? We then lost Juan Rijkaard to Ghent. As I said, wouldn't mind if he went to Ghent. He has gone to Ghent. 1.6 million value now. Paid 950k for him. Potentially going to 2.3 million. Disappointed that he didn't hang on till the end of our season. But what are you going to do? So we have nobody after coming in, but as you saw, we have sold those 3 players. We have no youth prospects coming up either. Nobody in our reserves, nobody in our under 21s even look remotely like footballers. So we've spent a lot. We've spent a bit of money, got a bit of money. Just have to hope that somebody comes in the next 2 weeks. I think we have. Somebody has to come in to help us. Since you were here last, though, the games have been pretty good. You were here for the Sportivo Loqueño game that ended 4-3. We then went and beat Deportivo Capitía in the cup 10-3. I think it was 6-0 after 20 minutes. Castillo scored a brace, Ben scored a brace, Machado scored a hat-trick, Resquin scored a brace, and Peterson scored 1. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 5 before the 20th minute. It was 7 before the half hour. So yeah, we did the business on them. And then the second half they started scoring goals. And it was interesting. In the next game then, we weren't very good. We couldn't score a goal to save our lives. Fortunately, Miguel Castillo decided to score 2 screamers, and we ended up winning the game 2-1. Then we played Junari. Resquin scored a perfect hat-trick, scored a header, one with his left, one with his right. Happy days. Luis Ricardo scored an own goal, and it was quite the poacher goal. Venari would have been, any of my strikers would have been delighted with the goal he scored. The country we've taken over is New Zealand. They didn't have a great time at the World Cup, which I think is understandable when you see they had Algeria and Belgium. World Cup winners ended up being Germany. That game just played last week. England did win the third place playoff after beating Italy. Not the quarterfinal, semi-finals. Germany beat Italy in extra time. Argentina beat England 2-1. So we're going to be hoping for the best with our boys New Zealand. We have friendlies coming up, but that's not important. What is important is whatever the next competition is going to be. That being said, today we are taking on Universidad Católica, and that is the important thing. So for the first match, we don't actually have a substitute goalkeeper because Española is injured. We do have Zuniga starting, or Zungu starting in goal for us today. Torres and Luis Ricardo as our wingbacks. Martinez and Maslov as our centre backs. Benne Castillo in central midfield. Mendieta and Chow as our wide men. Resquin and Peterson up front. So we're going to get into the game. I've talked for far too long. This is probably, unless this game is a very, very boring one with no highlights, probably going to be a relatively long episode, and that is not what we want. So I've given faces to some of the players like Maslov, Zanugu, and I think there was someone else, but I don't remember who it was, so it's not obviously that important. We are favourites. Católica have had a bit of a resurgence in form in the Chilean league of the last couple of weeks since our draw was done. They've been doing relatively well. Their players are quite tired, so we do have an advantage in that sense. But I'm not sure if we're in that good of a situation. But Torres gets it forward to Mendieta. Maslov, Martinez, who is probably leaving. He's thrown in numerous angry emails to me saying he wants to leave. We've had meetings, still wants to leave. And that was a terrible corner by, was it Mendieta? Who else wants to leave? Alfonso wants to get gone. You know, obviously. Why would Alfonso want to stay after we've made him a good player? That would have been quite a beautiful goal. Thankfully, they missed it. Chow still doesn't want to be here. Martinez doesn't want to be here. Torres wants to leave. Ben just signed a new contract, which is one good thing, I suppose. Mendieta heads just over from Luis Ricardo's free kick. We've lots of players who don't want to be at the club anymore. Just after I signed the contract, which is obviously ideal. And Católica head just over again. We're getting very very lucky that we haven't conceded yet. Unfortunately, we're not playing all that well. So I think I think we move these two around, make you a deep line playmaker or deep line forward. Move Resquin to the left because Resquin and Peterson both want to be on the left, which is a problem I don't think I've ever had in Football Manager, where both my strikers want to play on the left. Mendieta gets the first of the game in the 49th minute. It was 15th minute because he went in about 30 seconds in. So in the 58th minute, Mendieta scores an absolute screamer of a free kick. Luis Ricardo goes to take the throw. Gets it to Resquin, Chow, Castillo. Did that go through the... That went through the goal. That like destroyed the net. Or am I seeing things? Yeah, that went through the net. Oh my god, he literally broke the net. He literally broke the net. I can call this video, he broke the net. Oh, Mendieta, injured. Come off. Ramirez, your first game in God knows how long. Peterson, do we have a striker on the bench? We do. We have Giuliano. You can come on as well. Might as well make those 2 changes now, seeing as how Mendieda's picked up an injury and Peterson is not playing well. I was going to say he's terrible, but he's not. Joe with the corner, but Universidad Católica are on the break. We're almost 79 minutes and Castillo is diving in on players. Manages to win the ball back. Resquin. How do you not score that? Normally Resquin goes around the keeper when they dive like that. Not this time, of course. Chow, back post, nobody is there. Ben manages to stop the break. Universidad just kind of punt it really far away. Interesting tactic. Interesting tactic indeed. Luis Ricardo is dying, so you bring on Walter. Make you a support because you can't attack. Torres can be the attacking wingback now. We just see this one out 6 minutes. Give the lads a bit of praise. They're going to score here. No. Gonzalez. Can we block him? No. Rubio. How is he onside? How is he onside? There's no way he was onside for this. Oh, he was. Maslov kept him on. Alright, can we score a third and make this a little bit more comfortable? Martinez back to Zungu. Castillo. Chow. Back to Maslov. Tries to get it forward, but it's easily cut out because it was a terrible attempt at a pass. Maslov makes a mistake. Thankfully, Zungu gets his hands to it. And that was a terrible kick out. Oh my god. We were so comfortable. We were so comfortable. And now we've shit the bed. We have full on shit the bed. It is 2-2. I'm going to tell Mendieta to come off because of the injury. Just so his head doesn't drop after the game, because I think he's a bit of a fragile player. Emlek and Cruzeiro drew. It's only a 2-day injury, that's fine. Castillo, man of the match. Superb. Right, we are going to come back in just a second for the second leg. We're going to skip the San Lorenzo Paraguay game because that means absolutely nothing to me. League-wise, we are ahead of Libertad by 5 points. I think they dropped points they dropped points to Olympia, getting only a draw, and Olympia are down in 4th, which, if form stays as it is and Libertad can drop more points, we're in a great situation to win the league. We said that last year. We ended up losing it. Let's hope we don't do the same shit again. That would be less than ideal. So we will be back in just a second for the second leg. Hopefully it goes better than the first leg. Or at least we can not concede. Right, fellas, it is now time for the second leg of the Copa Libertadores second round against Universidad Católica. And it's transfer deadline day for us. And oh my Jesus, has it been interesting. So you knew about Roberto Leon, who's coming in January when his contract expires. But what you didn't know was that in between the last game and this game, we have sold Julio Cesar Martinez. 3 million, gone to PSG. An actual wonder kid who can play football has left. Scored a brace in the last game as like his parting gift, I guess. So 3 million, and PSG have stolen yet another one of our players. We're losing all our best players to European teams, which not ideal. We have brought in a few players. Juan Ovalar is one of those players that has come in. Just got to be third choice, maybe. I don't know. Probably third choice, because we do have That other guy, Espanola, I think is his name, Zunga. We have brought in, none of these players are going to be available for today's game. They've all arrived within the last 6 hours. Orlando Roman has come from Famalicão in Portugal. No, not Famalicão. Famalicão. He's a left midfielder / left back. He doesn't look all that good. Never played for the Portuguese team in the league, nor has he ever played for their B team in the league. So they made a nice little bit of profit off a player that never really got a chance. He's not that good. Don't expect to see him too often unless absolutely necessary. And I'm hoping we don't have a situation where it is absolutely necessary for us to play Orlando Roman. Played for Olympia. He looked decent for Olympia, but no. We then stole Nacional Paraguay's centre back / left back away from them, Eduardo Godoy, who I've seen play. We've played against him plenty of times. Doesn't look that good. I don't know why our director of football has decided this guy is the one, but we're after bringing him in. So we weakened one of our rivals. He is a right-footed left back. Not ideal. As I said, can play at centre back. We are overflowing with centre backs now, so we don't need to worry about that. We might have to play him at left back occasionally. If Luis Ricardo picks up an injury or gets suspended. But to be fair, Luis Ricardo pretty much been the only left back at the team for a substantial part of this season, seeing as how we sold 4 left backs. Ignacio Gonzalez is another centre back who actually looks like he might be able to play football. Unfortunately, not available for today's game. Came from Independiente Paraguay, who were relegated last season. Only played 4 games in the second division. I don't know why he only played 4 games. Maybe it was an injury. But he has joined us, 375k. He's had a lot of injuries, but none of them have been all that long. Looks like he's been playing for their under 21s. Interesting. So Ignacio Gonzalez comes in, quite possibly going to step into the first team straight away. We have made a profit of 3 million so far. So Julio Cesar Martinez has been the unnecessary sale. Overall balance, we have about 9 million in the bank. Made a profit this month, which is fine, I guess. We're making a profit this season of 1.5 million thus far. But we are going into the second leg of today's game, knowing we need to win the game. Because if we don't win, I think we get knocked out, regardless what happens. So we've Zungu in goal, Torres and Luis Ricardo as our wingbacks, Florentin and Lunavar Enrique comes back into the team because of Martinez being sold. Ben Castillo in central midfield, Mendieta and Chow up, as our wide men, Peterson and Resquin up front. We can only field 11 substitutes because that is literally all the players we have available to play. Everyone else is either injured, suspended, or has played in an under 21 game today. So we are going to assertively tell the lads that it's a great opportunity to make the media happy. Because that's what the players seem to enjoy. Most players don't give a flying dick fart about what your fans think. Even though fans pay the wages, players don't care. They will look at it as an ultimate win if the fans are disappointed. From what I've seen. Luis Ricardo with the throw. Castillo. Oh, I punched my mic again. My mic is much closer to my face than I thought it was. Castillo with the opening goal. It is 1-0 on the night, 3-2 on aggregate. I apologise profusely for punching my microphone. I hurt my hand doing it. So at least you can live on knowing that I may have hurt your ears, but I also hurt my fist. Universidad Católica head just over from a free kick. Zungu with the goal kick. Gives it to Henrique. Was that Resquin? Yeah, Resquin had the ball. Peterson turns his man, puts it in the back of the net. The number 5, the fantastic Brazilian striker, rocking the John Hartson at Coventry number. Chow, beautiful pass. Joe is not actually as bad as I thought he was, but he is still not great. He's getting better now that he's the only left winger at the club. He's pretty much decided that he's allowed to play football now because he doesn't have to worry about being the only, or not being the only left winger. Now he's just kind of like, I can just do what I want. Every other left winger has been sold. Universidad Católica have scored, but we are still winning, and we have nullified their away goal or away goals with our own away goals. We just need the lads to make sure that they don't fall to pieces. None of our Henrique manages to get a tackle in. We haven't seen much of him since his injury, and what a save by the post saved us in that one. Peterson's picked up the ball, gets it back to Torres. Mendieta, will he square it to Resquin? He doesn't. He just kind of ran on, overdid it, just a smidge. So half an hour in, we are 2-1 up, 4-3 on aggregate. And I'm going to ask the lads for a little bit of passion because everyone's mentality just instantly changed. So something must have happened. Ben gets it to Mendieta. Mendieta cuts inside. And what a goal by Mendieta! Get in! It is 5-3. We are now leading the tie on away goals, regardless of whether we score again or not. They need to score 3. It needs to be 3-3 on the night for them to go through. If they don't get at least a draw, no, it would need to be 4-3. They need 4-3 on the night. Yeah, because if it was 3-3, we'd just be equal. Oh, maths is hard. Right, just told the lads that I'm happy. Might be a bad idea. Generally, telling the lads that you're happy with anything is a recipe for your players to do nothing. But we shall see if we can push the players to, play better football. Gonna ask for a bit of creativity. Chow is unimpressed by my request. They just took off a wonder kid. Universidad Católica have a wonder kid, and they're willing to take off said wonder kid. They just punted it to the corner. Torres turns and burns. Mendieta to Ben. Gets it forward. Peterson chested it down beautifully and then puts it wide. Alright, but substitution o'clock. Mendieta is tiring. So we're going to bring on Ramirez. Hopefully that doesn't make a complete destruction of everything we have been doing up to this point. Maslov is going to come on as a centre back. Going to make him a deep line, a ball playing defender instead of Henrique, who is on a booking. Católica with the free kick, and they have scored. Mogolan. Alright, we're going to demand more. Luis Ricardo with the free kick. I like what he's doing, waste a bit of time. Torres is going to come off as well for Geraldo, because Torres is booked and I don't want to send him off this late in the game. Castillo to Luis Ricardo again, back to Ben. Dinks it across. Gustavo Ramirez barely plays a game of football in 2 years. He just does it for fun. We have lost so many amazing players. Gustavo Ramirez is one of the players that has just hung around, and purely based on that fact, he gets on the bench for the Copa Libertadores games and occasionally gets to come off the bench and just wash it in the back of the net. It is 4-2 on the night, 6-4 on aggregate. We have gone through. What has happened in the other games, I'm curious. We shall find out in but a moment, my friends. Don't you worry. We are doing things now. We still have a little bit of time left on the transfer window. Boca Juniors have been knocked out. River Plate came from 1 down in the first leg to win 2-0. Santos knocked out Junior FC. Alianza Lima knocking out Boca Juniors. That is a turn-up for the books, my friends. A turn-up, if you will. Universidad de Chile are 2 up against Atletico Tucumán and San Lorenzo Deportivo Pasto. Who the hell are Deportivo Pasto? Colombian. Are they Colombian? I managed in Colombia, and I don't remember ever playing them. I suppose I didn't spend long in Colombia. Probably why. So for the next round, we are going to be facing San Lorenzo or Deportivo Pasto, whichever one of them wins their tie. So that will be something that you're going to find out in the next episode, because we're not going to find out in this one. Otherwise, this video could be, it could last days. This video could be a day long. It could be a 24-hour video. I would make all of you watch it. So for the next episode, we will come back for the Copa Libertadores quarterfinal, first and second leg in the San Lorenzo game. I didn't show you the San Lorenzo game, the how it went. Chau scored a penalty in the 11th minute, and Julio Cesar Martinez scored a brace, both from, I think it was free kicks. Scored 2 free kick headers from free kicks, and I think Libertad kept pace. So we're still 5 points ahead with. Why have I decided to do math? 17 games left of the season? Yeah, 17 games left of the season. And we're still in the Copa Libertadores, which is fantastic. So next episode is going to be whoever we're playing in the quarterfinal of the Copa Libertadores. So do make sure to stop by for that. That will be tomorrow? What day of the week is it? I don't know. It'll be at some point. The next one of these videos is the day after this one, unless it's a Friday. But unless today is Friday. It's not Friday. Wednesday. It's Wednesday, my dudes. This video, the next episode, Copa Libertadores quarterfinal. You will find out who we're playing in that episode. So thank you very much for watching, fellas. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Share with all of your friends. And I'll see you in the next one.